off.
White and blue running through my veins. On the pitch where the glory remains. The cockerel stands brave on the crest. North London pride, this ain't no jest. From lane to the new shining ground. Echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time. We march on through grit and grime. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham, till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham, till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song. Marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream in loud. Tottenham, Tottenham, till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, good evening. Hang on, shut up. Be quiet. You've said it once.
Okay.
Once is enough. Twice is too much. Big up to you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Celtic have done it again by not playing the beautiful football. Not by scoring screamers from 30 yards, by doing it what Scottish football chaos does best. Penalty against Motherwell. Somewhere in Glasgow, there's a Celtic fan celebrating like they've won the league already against Hearts, while there's a Motherwell fan staring into the distance and wondering, how did Sam Mann give that decision last night? I have no idea. The penalty are basically football's version of a pub argument. You take it? No, you take it. Gokill is dancing it like he's auditioning for Strictly Come Dancing, and one lad in Rose catching the ball, thinking he's just signed for the club. But anyway, Celtic survive and we march on to Saturday for the madness. The green and white army march on, and Hearts are left thinking we're one game away from becoming legends. Anyway, let's carry on. Tonight, it's not my best one. I know, I've done funnier. I will be back to my best next week, I promise. But guys, joining me tonight is 3 legends and 1 normal Spurs fan. Next to me is my usual co-host on this, a man, the myth, the legend. He watches a club that bore you to death, but they end up going to win everything. Will they bottle it again for the 4th year running? He doesn't care because he's just won 3 Bottles of the Year awards. It is my mate, your mate, Nick. How are you tonight, buddy?
Yeah, not bad. Thank you, Dermot. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
I'm just looking. If I'm being honest, I hate this one a week football. I can't wait for Monday. I'm just like, I want to get on with it. This whole waiting and all the rest of it. I just can't stand it. Can't stand it. We are Thursday today? It's going to be a long-lasted weekend. Long weekend to get to Monday for me. So fingers crossed. We have a good one. Looking forward to debating it all with you. So thanks for the invite and happy to be here.
No, you're always welcome. You know that you're part of the furniture now. You're like that little teddy we stick in the corner that stays there all the time. Well, down below with these girls, their legend precedes them. You know, they walk in the room, everyone stops and stares.
You mean
that's
everybody
just
plays
what
room
they
when me
do.
and Stacey walk in?
You beat me to it.
If this was after midnight, I could go a bit more funny with the intro, but I've got to keep everything PC. There's Jess, the Rangers fan, that thinks Celtic last night were lucky to win. There was Stacey last night, being a Hearts fan, pumping the air when Hearts scored a goal, but the deflation was too much when Celtic got that winner.
Got
We
that
won't know
winner?
that again.
Don't even go there, you. Nobody
Like,
shit.
won't-
yeah, the Rangers thing after Celtic had scored. Who scored directly after?
Right.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me a
Well,
game of football where somebody gets penalised for heading a ball now?
We are getting into that, but we won't hold that against them because it is JSY Talks Football. Stacey and Jess, and Stacey. They're like the new Morecambe and Wise or the new Anton Deck of YouTube world. How are you, ladies? And look, I love doing this with you two every week, but how are you two today? I'm gonna get killed for that comment later. Morecambe and Wise or Anton Deck.
Yeah, they get Morecambe
really
and Wise. They were blokes for the start and two. That's going back to the 70s.
Malcolm and Wise, what a duo they were though. Cat.
Well, I can't think
No,
any
I don't
female
know about that
duo
comparison, yes.
apart from Cagney and Lacey. But I
Well,
thought you
you've
might
got
be
also
offended
you could have
by
gone
that.
Tess Daly and Claudia Winkleman, our very own.
There you go.
Yeah.
I used that. Tess Daly and Claudia
Ah.
Walkman. There you go.
They're
Thanks
ladies.
for saving
Why
me,
not?
Nick.
All I'm
But
gonna
anyway,
say
how are you two
is,
anyway?
I know why you moved so quickly off the stream last night, and if we're giving penalties for headers, on your head, beer, I hope jam tarts on Saturday slap you.
Oh yes.
Oh dear.
I will purposely have some jam tarts with me to take the piss.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that stream on Saturday 12:30. It's going to be fun, that one. It's going to be fun, that one, on Saturday 12:30. Well, guys, welcome to North London Talks Football, featuring JSY Talks Football. We might change the name of the podcast, actually, so we can incorporate, because it is a little bit, Nick, North versus South threat. Well, Ireland, South, North of England.
Okay.
So we're going to have to come out with a new sort of...
Don't downgrade your channel, Dan. Don't worry.
No, don't downgrade it.
Downgrade it. Don't downgrade it.
Shall we start on the Celtics penalty last night, guys? Look, I can't really talk about it because I'm biased, right? But if I'm being fair, I don't think it should have been a penalty. So I'm going to start on this
Not saying
question.
that last night. Hang on a minute. Sorry.
This is going to be fun. Yeah, I am digging with a very small shovel. I haven't got very far. I'll start with you, Jess, in this, right? You and me were doing the games last night with Stacey, and what was your first reaction when you saw it? And VAR again, I agree with Simon Jordan when he says he really hopes Hearts go up there and bat Celtic on Saturday. For Scottish football, does that need to happen on Saturday? Because it was a bit of a disgrace, that penalty last night. I will admit, it shouldn't have been a penalty, but I think emotion for me took over. But do you think Hearts winning it might put it to bed?
Yeah, that's what needs to happen. I'm sorry, Dan, but it wasn't a penalty. You can't give it for a header. And I felt sorry for Hearts fans, and even Hearts manager come out and said it was a disgrace.
Yeah.
So I hope they go win your 4-0 on Saturday. I can't lie. Justice will be served.
See, look,
Yeah.
Just look at that. Look at the determination on her face. Look at that determination.
I'm all invested. You wait till Saturday.
Yeah, she really is invested. That's good. It's going to be
Yeah.
spicy on Saturday. It's going to be spicy. Stacey and Nick, look, we've had VAR controversies before, but is that the worst you've ever seen?
Stacey, you want to take it first?
Yeah,
Or Jess? Sorry, Jess.
I've seen a lot worse.
I haven't. That wouldn't have given it Premier League, I can't lie.
I think
No,
I've
I
seen
think really
worse.
that would not have been given that job without.
I think worse decisions. I think Liverpool being given that offside goal, that wasn't offside versus Tottenham. when we thought they were going to be the challenger to City. That was an atrocious. I don't even. And then as a one that in my mind was the offside goal we conceded, where the referee, where the VAR forgot to draw the lines. I mean, there are some absolutely horrendous decisions. The thing was, anyone who's played this is the thing that annoys me with these referees. Anyone who plays football, anyone who watches football, right? Just thinking it through logically. You're there at the screen, right? His hand's underneath someone, they've gone up, his arm raises. He gets a head on it, and the trajectory and the power that ball moves. If it was his hand would move, kill the ball a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not a straight. He's either got to really punch it, put some power and shoulder into it to get the ball to move like that. If it is kind of then it's hitting the hand that is behind the head, it's more of a glancing header, which means the hand is then doing all the power. There's no way the ball would die more. The way that it rocketed back is because he successfully got his head on the ball. And anybody that kind of plays football understands that. I think the only thing you can put it down to is that they wanted to award a penalty. That's the only thing you can come back to, because logically looking at it, there is absolutely no way that was a penalty.
So you're saying what you're saying then, that borders line then, that the Scottish Football Authority wants Celtic to win the league, Stacey, then it borders on a little bit on corruption. That VAR have made the decision, right, we're going to give this penalty no matter what. Then doesn't that damage the game in itself then in Scotland? If Celtic win it, then it damages the product then, in a way.
I'd replay the match.
I agree with the match.
Do
How
you remember, guys, do you remember, sorry, I'll shut up, but do you remember when we brand new signed Carnu in the FA Cup third round, maybe Sheffield United, I can't remember now. We took the throw in, he pressured the ball, he won the ball and put the ball in the back of the net, and we won the game 1-0. And there's a great big outcry, so we said, okay, we'll replay the tie. We recognised that the sporting ethos of the game had been broken, and we said we'll replay the tie, even though that we had won it. That's what Celtic should be doing right now. We'll replay the tie.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But how many times has this just on this season alone in the Premier League? How many times have VAR made a decision and then it's come out later that they should have gone the opposite way?
Yeah.
After the game has finished.
Yeah.
It's happened way too many times this season. Way too many times. And now it's in the Scottish football. Come on now. VAR in general.
This is the difference between Hearts winning a league and not winning a league. Because if Celtic will go win on Saturday, in my opinion, Hearts will feel hard done by. And to be honest with you, that's the be all and end all of it. That decision could cost Hearts a league title, like first one since '85 as well.
Yeah.
So for me, it's wrong. And corruption smells, stinks.
It
does smell. Around that day.
And the funny thing is,
we have. Sorry, Dome. I was just going to say we have been seeing. I think there's so much more that we can be doing in football, right? I don't. So one of my grievances, apart from VAR, is that we have one referee with all the badges, and we call him the best referee in the country, contrary to performance. And there's very little accountability and there's very little transparency. And my argument is every single referee across all of the divisions should have all the same badges. And then your base is your peak. And then you can put anybody anywhere. If you're not performing in the top division, then you go and play into another division, you know, whatever it may be. But I think there has to be that accountability that we can hear audio. I hate this 13 minutes of extra time. Stop the clock like rugby. We can see where it is. You know, it doesn't matter then if there's a player sat on the pitch for 15 minutes because he can see that the clock is stopped and it's gaining him nothing. And there's just things that we can do. Hearing the audio, you know, I feel like they want VAR to foul to lose any accountability that there is in the officiating process. And that's what we've got to be careful of. But people are right. The way that they are operating it, it's ruining football. It really is.
It is. And look, from a Celtic point of view, that penalty should never have been given last night. And I do agree. But Jess, big up Jess, with the you're a super chat. But if you want to be like Jess and get your comment ahead of everyone, or even give us a question, put it into a super chat here. Thank you so much. She says, well, Stevie Wonder and V are very funny. That's a good one. Yeah. You're looking for a little bit of superstition, aren't you? That's what you're looking for, a little bit of superstition.
Fairly superstitious.
Taking the piss out.
And also put in the chat, guys, the worst VAR decision you've seen. Now, I've got one here, and I look, for me, this is pre VAR, but when Henry handled the ball twice to knock Ireland out of the World Cup, you can go back to Diego Maradona's hand of God,
Oh, yeah.
which
Correct.
I always joke on here, right?
Was that in it when Ireland were playing that? I don't think no.
I always joke on here that it didn't come off Maradona's hand, it came off his hair, a little bit on top of his head. His curly hair just went above his hand. Right? I always joke, yes, I know it was handball, right? But you look at Henry, and that's what VAR was brought in to do, wasn't it? It was brought in to stop all of this happening. But it hasn't happened. You go back to the goal we got against Liverpool a couple of seasons ago, when the VAR people came back from Dubai. Was it Dubai?
Yep. Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
And they thought Liverpool were the ones that needed to go. Yeah.
If you were to count up how many times, right, girls, Leeds, I've had penalties not awarded against them, free kicks, Arsenal, Tottenham, whatever. We haven't had a penalty this year at all. Not one. I think VAR for me is, I've always said it, is a very corruptible part of football. Football's corruptible anyway. You don't need VAR because you go through the history of football. There's corruption all over the place.
FIFA downwards.
Yeah. And I think VAR is another thing of that. Would you, I want you to ask you a question. If you got rid of VAR tomorrow, which one part of it, what bit of technology would you keep in the game? I'll start with you, Jess, and then I'll go around to Nick. So, Jess, if you could pick one bit of technology.
I'll go for me, Derm. I can't lie.
Agreed. I'll go.
It ruins the flow of the game. You've got players that I think have scored. They celebrate, and 7 minutes later, no, you haven't scored. Look at that on Sunday with Arsenal and West Ham. It's a prime example. Look how long it took.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no clarity with it, Dermo, because you've had all season players grappling each other in box, nothing's done, and yet it gets to Sunday, and then look what happens. Yet it was a foul, and yet it were rightly done, but there's no consistency with that. 1 week something's given. I suppose if you look at the Tottenham one with Leeds, I personally didn't think it was a penalty. I think he got a nick of the ball, but I suppose next week's referee may give it. There's no continuity with it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it was a penalty. Look, at the time, of course, I thought it was a penalty. But when you look back at it, and we're lucky to see different angles, aren't we? We see the ball going in a direction. He did get his tiniest of touches to direct the ball. But Stacey, if you look at VAR as a whole, and you do look at football as a whole, has it improved the Premier League, or has it brought the Premier League back? Has it damaged the product? VAR
damaged it. It's damaged it for me. It just takes away from the game. How many times have me and Jess, prime example, we can see it's a pen. Other people can see it's a pen, but it takes them nearly 10-15 minutes to come up with the same conclusion that we've come up with about all this technology. You just add to eyes. It takes the I'm trying to think of the word now. Gone blank.
The joy. It just takes the joy out of celebration.
It saps the joy and the enjoyment out of the game because you're spending more time waiting to see what the referee's decision is.
Yeah.
That's spot on.
To say, well, yes or no. It's literally 2 minutes, go to the screen, listen to what they say on VAR, jobs are good. But no, it's dragged out and it's like offside that Jesse said, how long does it take to like we play? How many times have I been caught off guard celebrating a goal for only to be just like 2 minutes later to be scratched off because the linesman's only just put the flag up?
Yeah. You can't celebrate anymore, can you?
No.
Yeah.
No, and I think when you're talking about the inconsistency, just in the space of like a month, we get David Raya fouled and we're like, okay, you can't pull on the goalkeeper's arms, which we know, Arsenal fans know because we've been penalised, and that gets given. Then you've got in the fight versus City, you've got from the different angle Haaland wrestling Gabriel to the floor before he scores, and it's kind of like everyone was saying, "Oh, what was going on in the Arsenal box against West Ham? Those were penalties." Yet you've got Haaland pulling Gabriel by the arm, trying to drag him down and yanking on it, but no, that's not given. And it is that consistency. I honestly feel like the only way they can get past this now is by turning around and saying you are not allowed to put hands or arms on any player. You can use your body weight. You can, you can stand your ground. You can challenge shoulder to shoulder like you can in any other area of the pitch. But you're not allowed to. At the moment, there is a hand or arm on an opponent, as in you're dragging them, impeding them, whatever it may be. It's a free kick or a penalty. That'll clear it up straight away. And I think it will take something like that.
I don't know if you heard the. I agree, Nick. I mean, I don't know if you all heard the audio from the Arsenal game on Sunday when they brought out the audio and the discussion between VAR and the referee over the West Ham goal. Was it a goal? Wasn't it a goal? And for me, it was like, I was disgusted by it because it was like VAR telling the referee, "You're giving the penalty. You're not giving the goal. That goal's not being given." And the referee's undecided. He's sitting there going, I can't really see. And the fella's telling him, "You're not giving it," in more words than one. Forget about the foul the traitorous little git did to the West Ham player in the background, pulling him into the net. Forget about all the shirt pulling that was going on. I think what needs to be done, if you pull somebody's shirt in the penalty area, it's a penalty. End off. And a yellow card. I mean, where are you on that, Nick? I would love your view on it, being an Arsenal fan. You've heard the audio. You've seen the thing. Should it have stood?
Should it have stood? No, because the actual first foul is on the near post on our player. Havertz gets fouled first. They've done all of that video analysis. So then technically the ref should have blown up on the foul on the front post. This is it. It's the same thing that I get really annoyed about is the offsides. I will answer the question. When I don't understand why the linesmen don't just flag straight away now, because they go into these periods and so they're stretching and they're scrambling, and then it's like someone's going to do a hammy, someone's going to roll an ankle, something like that one of these days, only to look behind them and see the referee, the assistant linesman or ref or whatever his name is now, has got the flag up. I think it has just got the officials on the pitch have to have the courage of their own convictions and officiate how they see it, and be damned with what the VAR is going to be saying or anything else. You've got to go back to making those choices, because when VAR was removed, the FA Cup third round was a shambles, the decisions that were happening in that round. I think the whole shirt pulling, everything that goes on, we've had it a couple of times. We've conceded goals to it at least 3 times this season. If you ever look at the one of the City goals, the Villa goal, and I want to say Forest. I can't remember now. There's another one, and we've been undone by all of that sort of stuff ourselves. It is what it is, And until somebody goes out and they are going to officiate it and say, "Look, done with that. This is what it's got to be," it's going to continue. I think ultimately they got to the right answer. I think nobody's denying that Raya could have caught that ball if he wasn't being impeded. So, yeah, it is kind of like that. That's kind of where I am. As with the VAR audio, there's been loads of that where the referee is being led by VAR. I've seen it loads of times. I remember when Declan Rice got sent off the other season for being kicked by another player. And it was like, we got 6 red cards last year or something.
That's
wasn't
no harm.
VAR?
That's
and then it was just, and it was just like the referee, "Oh, watch yourself here," this, that, and the other. And you're like, yeah, that sort of communication isn't necessary. I think we need some good ex-pros from a different division, say League 2, League 1. We need them in the VAR box We need that player experience, because half these officials have never kicked a ball in their life, and they don't know what a natural position is.
I get that. I mean, ladies down below me, Stace and Jess, F1 have Formula One drivers within their sort of VAR room when they're doing. You got rugby players doing their VAR room. You've got cricket players in with the officials, giving them a view. On this, before we move on to Spygate and the Sunderland, and actually, there's a bit of breaking news on that. Should they have players in? To Nick's point, should they have players in? I think they should, because these referees are seeing it from their point of view. They're not seeing it from a player's point of view. So, would you want them to do that?
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think ex-players should be on VAR, because they've got the experience, the natural position of exactly what Nick said. Spot on. Get a player, no matter what league, lower league, like League 1, League 2,
so he doesn't have skin in the game. Yeah.
Sit behind that screen, make the decisions. I think us as fans probably would be more comfortable with having players that have been in the game, and like you said, that was skin in the game, to be in VAR. I think it'll be a little bit more. I won't say completely trustworthy, but I think a lot of people would trust it more if there was actually a ex-player behind the screen that has no skin in the game, no bias, then can say, well, it's not a VAR, it is a goal, or it's not a goal, or it's a penalty or stuff. And I'd trust it a little bit more if that was the case. I don't know about you, Jess.
I think you're right. But then again, Derm, why do we have to watch it on a little shitty screen like that as well? Why can't it go on big screaming crowd in stadium? Why does it have to be shown on the? Why can't it be shown on the big screen in the stadiums as well, so we can all see it? Because it's all right, ref looking at it, and that's fine. But I'd like to see it as well on a big screen if I were a fan in stadium as well. I do agree with professional players or ex-players running VAR, but you can't corrupt it if it's like that, can you? Sorry.
No, you can't.
Regarding my decision, I will say that I have took a lot of backlash for that one on Monday regarding Spurs and Leeds. I took a lot of backlash for that decision.
And ladies, on that, just coming back at you, because the reason why I said that is because, you know, when we talk about a natural body position, like having you try jumping with your elbows by your side, right? When you're trying to keep your balance, your arms go out. Even if you're on the trampoline, go and film yourself jumping on the trampoline. You'll see your arms will come out to keep balance. So when it comes to stuff like when Saliba was accused of headbutting a player when he had made contact with the ball, and this whole follow thing through that we get now.
But that's what we hear to the VR decision on Monday with Spurs. It was the follow through that Spurs are now asked about. No, it was the follow through why they should have got the penalty. I mean, you can't compare that to, I don't know, decisions that have been given for red cards that have been used for the follow through, which they have done. Where they've been red carded, but then you're putting that spin on that penalty on Monday where, well, no, it won't follow through. That's why it was a penalty. No, but he got the first touch on the ball before the follow through. You have to look at it like that.
Never a penalty.
By it. But then the handball stuff as well. That's why I want an ex-player there, because there is such a thing as ball to hand. I get annoyed with this handball stuff, you know. It's just
like... If you look at that PSG game, the first leg, there was a penalty given for the handball, but the second leg, when he handballed it.
Nick, I warn you, that's my mother. That's my mum.
My arms are like I played women's football, but I never used to. But then again, they used to be.
Yeah, it's my mum. I verified that is my mum.
Okay, hello, mum. How you doing? How you doing there?
Just call
Hi, Susie. I have to say, just to finish this segment off, I think that comment should have finished segment off, but I just want to have a little bit on it. I don't know what I'm going to say now.
Do you really?
Even with the ball, the penalty last night with Celtic, you saw the ball going in the direction. If that hit his hand, it would have dropped down.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see it would have killed the momentum. I just think VAR is a corruptible bit of new way of probably
ensuring outcomes.
Yeah, and helping the betting market in a funny way as well, because
I would be surprised on that, Dom.
Yeah, I just think there is. I just feel in 20, 30, 40 years' time, there's going to
We'll
be
find
some
out.
scandal, some games going to come out, and it was proven it was done for match fixing. I do, and I just think the money in football is so much money in football now that people will take liabilities and players' liabilities and referees' liabilities. Just give it back to the old days when a referee made a decision. We all argue about it, and then we moved on.
Yeah.
But now, because there's so many replays, and Jess is right, they need to be more transparent when they're doing this. So show it in the big screens. You know, if you're watching it on television, allow the people at home to listen to the audio between VAR and the referee.
Yeah.
It'd be great for us doing watch-alongs, doing content that we could listen to it, and we can then.
At least you could hear the reasoning, couldn't you?
Yeah.
At least we know what they're looking at and why they've disregarded something. Even if it was just in live time, and they're like, no, this is why, and this is because there's unreasonable momentum. It was aggressive. It was a stamp. It studs up. Whatever it may be, and then you can actually look at and go, are they fudging this? Because the thing that really, really annoys me is when you get the show on Sky mic'd up or whatever it's called, and they will do whatever mental gymnastics to support the decision of the weekend, only to contradict it the next weekend when something goes in the other direction. And you're like, well, what the bloody hell's going on? So it's just, I think they need to have the courage as well to stand up and say when they've got it wrong, you know? Just own it. Yeah, we got it wrong. We were wrong on this one. And this is why we were wrong. And we'll make sure we'll put that right in future. Sorry to the clubs involved. We move. You know?
And then
own it.
And then replay the game. Then replay it like by saying the Scottish FA, okay, we're going to replay the game now. And we're doing, well, there is more controversy in the Championship with Middlesbrough and Southampton. That game now, the breaking news is on BBC Sports website. The player final may be delayed by Spygate hearing. Now, this is what this says. This is the start of this sort of article. The Championship playoff may not go ahead on Saturday, 23rd of May, as the English Football League, EFL, investigates Spygate scandals surrounding finalists Southampton. A hearing conducted, and will take place on or before Tuesday the 19th. Now, from watching a lot, what I've watched the last few days, Middlesbrough now are going back into training for it from tomorrow. They're going to train for the final.
Right.
The Southampton manager walked out at the press conference the other day when a journalist said, "Did you cheat?" So I want to put it out there. Just a yes or no answer, and then we will get into it and discuss it more. Should Southampton be thrown out of the playoffs, Nick? Yeah or no?
Oh, yes. Yes. It's not their first time. Yes.
Yeah. Stace?
No.
Jess?
Yes.
And in the chat as well, putting it yes or no. Actually, I might tell you what I do.
Do
I
a
put
poll.
it into a poll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should so why no, Stace? What's your reasoning for no?
How many clubs have actually done it and not been caught? Come on. Everyone's going to mention Leeds United's Spygate saga. You know, Bielsa.
Yeah.
I think we got fined. And then this rules come in. And all these clubs are going, oh, how many clubs have actually physically done this and not been caught?
Yeah, but there's a difference. It's not being caught, so there's no issue made of it.
Yeah.
He actually got caught on private property there, stood behind a tree.
Is that the picture?
With a little bandit mask
on.
And a swag bag. He's like, what? I'm not doing anything. What do you mean?
There is the poll.
The players, though, and the fans. Saying kicking them out of the playoffs. For me,
no, I get it.
Find the club, find the person who has done it. I'm going to say slap on the wrist because
not
slap on the wrist. But I don't think the club should be. I don't think the fans and the players should be suffering because of the owners.
He were on a backroom team. He were on the coaching side of it. Did you see that? The manager, he was in tears in his post-match conference. Come on.
Didn't know that.
I understand where you're coming
If it's
from.
actually part of the coach, it's actually part of the coaching staff. That's actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There's a picture put up of him being stood about Southampton things. Listen,
Wow.
if he's not done anything, why did he walk out of that press conference twice?
Can I
If you
change
haven't
my
done
mind? Can I
anything, you
change my mind
defend
then?
it else.
Can I change
Sorry.
my mind? 'Cause I didn't know that. I just thought it was some lower ranking in the club, but I didn't realize. Wow. Well, I'm changing my mind then. Yes. If it's the coaching
'Cause-
staff, then yes, because that's blatant.
It is. Just to give everyone a bit of context, he was caught filming a Middlesbrough training session. This was not going to a ground and watching a game and taking notes down. This is somebody going to sneaking into Middlesbrough's training ground and filming on his phone them doing
Yes, then
their
that changes
set
it. Then yes,
piece
then
preparations.
yes.
There is
Should
a
be kicked
poll
out.
in the chat, and the way you do it in there, this is new from StreamYard. The way you do it is you either put 1 for yes or 2 for no, and then StreamYard will pick up. And the question is, should Southampton, excuse the spelling, should Southampton be banned from the playoff final? Okay, so put 1 for yes, 2 for no.
I'm going to change my mind then. So yes, given all the information, I'm changing my mind to yes.
No, you said no.
So-
That's it. Too late
No,
now.
she's allowed to change her mind. She's allowed to change her mind.
Information given, I didn't know.
See, that was bad for me as a host that I didn't give her all the information. I did give her a little bit of it.
Hang your head.
This terrible. I need to be taken off to the Tower of London now and lock in
No,
there for a
that's
couple
my
of
fault
days.
for not doing my own research. I can't blame you for that. I read about it. I heard about it, and that was it. Because obviously Leeds United have done it.
I think your man.
so
I
it's a
think your man
defensive
sort
no,
of
was it?
missed the thing of just once.
Is there something
not
about
1,000.
Southampton doing it before?
Big up to.
Have Southampton done this before? I seem to think
Yeah, they
there's
have.
something else. Right.
They have.
So with
Yeah,
Leeds, they've
definitely.
been
They've
caught
done it
once. You've been
before.
caught once, right? And you got fined. It's gone past the fine stage now because they've been caught before. That's why I'm like, got to be kicked out now. There's got to be. And you're right. I bet all the loads of clubs do it, right? But there was something about filming a club 72 hours before you play them. So there is supposed to be a specific time. So, and they were well within that and all the rest of it. So, hey.
So the manager walked out.
like you
did he,
need
when he
to
was
do
questioned
that.
about it?
Yeah.
Am I hearing that right?
Yeah,
walked
he did it
out.
twice. Yeah. And the Middlesbrough manager were in tears and his post-match reaction when they lost that playoff semi-final. It was not nice to watch. I felt for him, I can't lie.
Yeah, well, I think if that's the case, they've done it before, then yeah, Middlesbrough, give Middlesbrough the slot.
Yeah, I'll send you pictures.
big
if
up-
you want me.
Happy birthday, Idol fan.
Yeah,
Happy
Idol
birthday.
fan, big up to you.
Oh,
Big
wait a
up to
minute.
Dermot. Today's my birthday. Coy's from
I'll
a
see you
rainy
then.
Hamburg in Germany. Idol fan, update
Guten
from
Tag.
Ireland, southeast London. Lovely and sunny
Guten Tag.
here. A bit cloudy, but nice today. And I'm sure the guys will say what it's like where they are in England. So what's the weather been like over there?
Well, it's been a mixed day for me, but as I look out there now, before I do my run this evening, there is blue skies. So
It's going to rain.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah, it's going to rain. Yeah.
Get up.
Raindrops falling on my head.
We got like a random bit of rain here, didn't we, Jess? It's like literally just came out. We were saying yesterday we just got random freaking hailstone out of nowhere.
no, somebody just chucked an ice cube at you.
Well, where I was coming from, I'm not surprised. To be honest.
They probably nicked an ice cream van. Yeah,
Yeah,
got
that
the
was
chip
it.
or the ice at it. Yeah.
Chucked an ice bowl at
yeah,
her.
big up. Yeah, big up. This
My
podcast.
gosh, did you see that hailstone? It's wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, me and Nick did it. Right, these podcasts do to go into chaos, so it is what this.
You have to
podcast is
strap
all
in,
about.
people.
Pure.
Just deal
Yeah,
with it.
you have to strap in. Yeah, strap in and strap ready.
In.
Yeah, but big up to Idol fan. Big up, happy birthday, bud, and everyone in the chat. Please wish him happy birthday as well. And apparently, Drula says you can't give a girl a little bit. They need the whole thing.
What sort of show is this now?
Moving on.
No comment.
Can leave your hat on. Nah.
I take my hat off. Don't worry, I take my hat off. Anyway,
Oh.
I agree with Wayne here.
Take your
An
socks
example
off,
has to
then.
be set. You what?
No, he keeps them on.
Take your socks off.
No, he keeps them
No,
on.
they come off as well.
Don't lie.
No, I told you I'm in a
Socks
video
and sandals stay on, people.
Yeah.
Socks on, socks off.
Ready? You leave your sandals on. Go, you're letting yourself go there, Nick boy. You're letting yourself go there. Right. This will get to number one podcast. This is what I want it to become. An example has to be set to deter it in the future. I agree, Wayman, 100%. So
100%.
what
That's where I am with City.
then?
Spit
Right,
out.
Simon
I know.
Jordan, right? Simon Jordan said the other day that for him to, if he was the Middlesbrough's chairman, he would ring up Southampton. I love Simon Jordan. He'd be ring up Simon Jordan, say, right, you give me 10% of your 200 million, and we'll drop it. So, Jess, if you were, is she asleep or she?
I'm here.
She did mention that.
She was on standby
Listen,
settings.
I don't have to sit up front. This is my channel, so I can just sit back and relax. I don't have to do anything. I
She
don't
was
have to
on
run.
standby mode.
I'm
So
dead
Lacey's
here.
got a button,
She's,
right?
she's
If
just like
people
Alexa.
don't
You just got to
realise,
say her name to activate her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm shaking. I'm here.
if people don't realise, Stacey's got a button. She just keeps pressing it, and then
Hey.
then Jess comes along. That's it.
Got me string. She pulls me puppet up and down.
There you go, Jess. Got
See,
you
look,
right here.
there it is. Anyone hearing this on Spotify or Amazon Music, Stacey just held up a big red button with Jess written on it. Just for people.
I'm going to make one down, Jess, for next
I
time.
think I might have a big blue button to stiffen me up a bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So,
That's it.
right, Jess, if you were the Middlesbrough owner and you're
Yeah.
the Southampton owner and he rang you, would you accept that? Do you think Simon Jordan's right in what he's saying?
I won't accept it. I'd want my chance to get in Premier League. Then you've been bought out, then, haven't you?
Agreed.
Whether or not anything does happen, but we all go on about this, but we don't also look at Hull and all this. Hull City haven't done anything wrong, yet they're getting pissed about. At least it'd be better than that scrap van of yours, Cruisy. Love, you could go around and
Wait for that comment to come out of Jess.
This will be happening on podcast episode 3. We're taking it on the road. This is what we're doing next. So
You'll be looking at
yeah.
the mate road.
We've done the bubble machine. That's the first thing we've done. Now it's the ice cream vans next. Now that's what we're taking next. Yeah.
Drew, lucky Mackie,
What else
Jake.
to say? Oh, I love this podcast. It never goes how I think it's going to go. I love it.
Never stale, is it?
Nick.
Yes.
No, that's the thing. It never will be stale. I love it. Nick, Southampton. Right. If you're in Middlesbrough now, how would you be feeling today? By the way, it's a cracking goal Southampton scored, by the way, to
I
win
want
this.
to go
But how would you?
Southampton beat them,
Yeah.
didn't they? And the frustrating thing, Middlesbrough had their chances as well. They had to break a couple of times and just didn't use the ball well. I think you can feel aggrieved, but I think it's kind of like I think when you've been knocked out, you're gonna probably hope there's a glimmer of hope there, aren't you? So if the other team is cheated in some manner, you're going to want retribution. I think that's only natural, isn't it? And that the reward of getting into the Premier League is so great that there has to be some sort of restitution towards Middlesbrough, I feel.
Mm-hmm. I agree, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel does make a very good point here. He says, Demo, this is the most expensive game of club football. Why should Hull have financial future potential ruined by Borough Southampton League battle?
Yeah.
Especially Hull as well.
Hull,
Time.
yeah, Hull is, innocent of all of this.
Yeah.
Are you
They
hoping Hull wins that final then? That is
Yeah.
Hull. That
Solve a
goes.
lot of headaches, wouldn't it? I think they
Yeah.
should just get the mascots and it's a death match. last mascot standing. Yeah. That's what
You
I
mean
think.
put-
UFC mascot. There we
What's
go.
the
Let's have it
pay-per-view
out,
to
boys.
itself?
So put them in the cage like before the boxing match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And
Mascot
we'll
Okay,
get
versus
it done,
okay.
mascot.
right? That's
Still
what we
kids,
used to
someone
do.
else
There's
get
none of
involved.
these wars. You just sent forward your best. 2 men had it out,
Yeah.
and everybody lived happy. So I think we got.
I
to go
don't
back
think
to that.
Chirpy would win anything. I
Well,
don't
you
think
never know.
Chirpy, our mascot, would. I don't know about
Send
yours.
him in hungry. You know, don't feed him for a couple of days. You
Yeah.
should see what my
I
wife
must
gets
admit,
like when she's a little bit hungry.
Yeah, I must admit, your mascot should have been extinct years ago. I don't know. Your one walks around like a dinosaur. I thought they went out of extinction decades ago, millions of years ago.
He's a descendant of the Loch Ness monster. That's why he's got the Loch Ness.
Oh, is that what he is?
Partially. He's a bit of an inbreed, but that's why he
Partially.
survived all this time.
No, I agree
You
that.
keep Gunnosaurus out of your mouth. Don't make me Will Smith you.
No, I will Smith you. You keep Chirpy out of your mouth. I will Smith you.
So, are we all in favour of the mascot death match?
Oh yeah, enough of that.
Yeah, I think that'd be grand. Yeah.
And the chairman have to be in the mascot suit. We're not just some bloke on minimum wage. No, I'm not for that.
Yeah.
Right? It's the chairman. The chairman have to get into the mascot suit, and they're the ones that we drop in.
Anyone played the Saints Row games?
Which one?
Saints Row. Anyone played them? There's a weapon in Saints Row that I would happily have thrown into that match, just for the shits and giggles.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Dermo?
I do know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yes, please.
I'll just say Jess purple number and I'll leave it at that, Jess.
No, I know what you're on about, but I didn't want to bring it on the Dermo's channel, you know.
No, that's right. This is an anything goes podcast. Yes, 7 people in the chat say yes, Southampton should be banned from the playoff final, which is really interesting at the moment. Yes, the next rated item, big up to give them a taser sticks. But that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Problem is, Chirpy might lay some eggs.
Won't feel it though because of the suits, because of the costumes. Won't feel it.
No, you leave a little hole in the costumes, you see.
Now you're being cruel. You're being cruel now. Where's the hole going to be? That's an important negotiation.
If they're not, I reckon if they should just scrap this all, replay the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Or
I
just say to
think it should be kicked out, and then it shows accountability for the next person that tries to do it. Set the standards now, and nobody else will do it. Facts.
Yeah.
And on that, Stacey, that's why we've got and Jess, that's why we've got City have got to get their punishment because Newcastle are 10 times richer.
I've been saying this
And
for weeks.
if they don't get punished, they're going to go, that's fair. And they're going to blow football out of there. It will be a disaster. That's why the punishment always has to be substantial.
I said this other day.
And then you've got the Man City thing that's rumbling on and on.
That's what I just said.
Nothing's been done about that.
They've punished West Brom.
Programming him.
In the whole time we've been waiting for these charges for City. They've already punished the lower league teams with point deductions.
Yeah, but a lot of that's to do with FFP. We're talking offshore banking here. It's a totally different kind of fish. How they've punished Everton, how they've punished Nottingham Forest, Sheffield Wednesday. It's totally different. We're talking of FFP. Well, that's FFP we're talking about. This is totally different. There's a lot more to it. Should they be punished? Yes. Will they be punished? Not in my opinion. Because they will find a loophole to get out of it. And Man City are a delectable team, whether we like it or not. It's the revenue. It's wrong. And they should relegate them and then nobody else do it. But unfortunately, in my opinion, I just don't see it happening.
Because you don't think there's teams out there buying their own shirts and buying their own seat tickets, do you, to inflate their... No? You don't think that's going on with the empty stadiums and the empty club shops?
I think there is.
I think there is. I think that's how they get money into the clubs. Let's buy a load of shirts. Let's buy a load of tickets. Oh, it's a sellout, but there's like 10,000 seats all empty around the stadium. Yeah.
I'm look, for me, I think the Premier League are scared of damaging their own product. I think also with Man City, their owners, this is going into government sort of areas as well, because the investment that comes into probably to the UK with oil and money. So, that's going on. I think the Premier League should have the balls and say, right, we're going to demote you 60 points. We're going to do it now. We're going to get you out there and put them down to Championship or put them down to League One. They were quick enough to put Rangers into the Scottish Third Division.
Yeah.
When Rangers were caught doing something, and Rangers had to rebrand themselves. Am I right, Jess? I think they
Yeah,
did.
that's
didn't
right.
they?
Yeah, they did read myself. Yeah. Play to but just not them. Juventus, they got caught doing it.
Yeah,
I know
they
it's a
did.
little bit different with match fixing, but they got relegated down, didn't they? You know,
They
they were
did,
quick to
yeah.
do it. I don't get why this is like why this has took so long for me. Like it's just ridiculous.
Long
But
live
if you
the
don't
king.
deal with it, you've set that precedent for every other club in Premier League to do the same, and then they will go say, "Well, Man City did it. You didn't do up to them. So we'll do the same thing."
Yeah.
Parity.
Yeah, if you turn around and say, "Oh, it's a 10-point deduction," or "It's a fine," or "It's this," Newcastle have got 10 times the money. Will go worth it. We're not going to get punished for like 15 years. So let's go and do whatever. We can go and buy the world because they have got money that they could buy everybody from City and PSG. They can outbuy. They're richer than those two clubs combined. That's scary. And so they could go out there and just go bang in one season, completely change world football. And that's why we can't have that happening. Because could you imagine what the price of shirts and tickets and subscriptions and all the rest of it for all the other clubs trying to compete with that? It would be horrendous. So they need to be punished properly if guilty. If guilty, they need to be punished properly. And City, and I don't get it, because if City dies, City were a mid to bottom club in terms of the Premier League before their success. And it will be the king is dead, long live the king. Somebody else rises up and somebody else will become popular and win and all the rest of it. So it's not the be all and end all. I don't buy into that. I think the Premier League brand is bigger than some of the clubs that are in it. I think people will keep following it and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
You with us, Dan?
I
tell you what, you can. I tell you what. I tell you what. You can go over the match day.
I will start making notes.
Do the predictions for the match days. I'll be back.
Okay. So, Jess, we've got Aston Villa, Liverpool. I've got the order written down here. So, Aston Villa, Liverpool. What you got?
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Stace?
2-1 Liverpool.
Oh, I've written that the wrong way round. I apologise. Derm, what have you got?
Pulley strings.
Just carry on. I'll give you mine later.
We'll get you later. Okay. I'm going to go... This is just before their... When did they play their final?
Wednesday.
Yeah, no. I'm going to go 3-1.
When you moved it, didn't they, for them?
I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. Okay. Man United, Nottingham Forest. Jess, what have you got for that one? What do you reckon?
2-1 Man U.
Stace?
2-1 Man U.
I'm going to also go 2-1 on that one. So then we've got, who've we got? Brentford, Crystal Palace. What have we got? 1 minute. Wayne saying 2-1 Villa, 3-0 United. Fair play. Brentford, Crystal Palace, Stace. Jess, sorry.
2-0 Brentford.
What do you reckon, Stace?
I'm going to go 3-1 to Brentford.
3-1 to Brentford. I think this might be a draw, this one. I don't think Palace will quite click out yet. I think this could be a 2-2. What have we got? 2-0 Brentford from Wayne. And 2-1 to Brentford, Pagey. And then we've got Leeds Brighton, sorry. Jess.
1-1.
1-1.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Stacey?
I've got the same. 1-1.
Okay. I think you guys are actually going to win this. And I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds.
I was swaying. I can't lie. I was swaying 2-1 Leeds.
Yeah, I think you might nick it. Depends if Danny Welbeck turns up for a late one, but I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds. Okay, so Wolves Villa, Jess.
Fulham.
I mean, Fulham.
Wolves Fulham. Sorry, what did I say?
Villa. Say Fulham twice.
2-0 Fulham.
Okay. What do you think, Stace?
I've gone for a 1-1 draw.
1-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham. What have we got? Fulham 2-1 by Pagey. Wayne saying 2-0. Everton Sunderland. That's a good match.
2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. Stace?
I've gone complete opposite, 2-1 Sunderland.
I'm going to go 1-1. What have we got? Wolves 1-0. 2-2. Pagey thinks a draw as well. So then we've got Newcastle West Ham, ladies. So, Jess, what have you got for Newcastle West Ham?
Well, this is a big game in it regarding relegation.
Yeah. Depends on what Newcastle turns up for me.
Newcastle still want to finish above Sunderland and they can still do that. I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle. What do you reckon, Stace?
I've gone 3-0 Newcastle.
I am somewhere, but I just don't know what Newcastle turns up. If Newcastle turns up, they beat West Ham. If the West Ham that played us turns up, I can see them picking up a point. I'm going to go 1-1. So, Arsenal, Burnley. What do we reckon, Jess?
3-0 Arsenal.
Stace?
2-0 Arsenal.
I'm
Can you hear the pain in Jess's voice then?
Although I love Burnley to win, I just can't think so.
I'm also going to go 2-0. So we've got 4-0 Newcastle. Blimey.
I could hear the pain when she said that.
So we've got 4-0 Arsenal from Pagey. We've got 6-0. Blimey. Catalan. 5-0, unfortunately, from Daniel. Do you reckon you guys are so confident? 4-0 Wayne Bonner and Cruzy Susie 2-2. I don't think that, if anything, I think it's the Palace game we draw.
And I don't, because you've got to think 3 days after that, they're in Conference League final. He's already said he's going to make rotation. He's already said it. You will play the B team of Palace. I can't lie. He will. What's more important?
I could still
see it. It could be the fact that we finish above Crystal Palace, Leeds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not even going for it because of that. I'm just going for the simple fact that I know that in the biggest final in the history, they ain't going to play their best players against Arsenal. They don't care. But do you know what, right? Nobody makes an issue of Crystal Palace playing a weaker team, yeah? But everybody seems to think that Leeds are going to chuck the last 2 games and not even bother turning up against West Ham and letting West Ham walk over Leeds.
Ladies, if you guys do turn up for your last 2 games and win, right?
Did nobody listen to
a real chance? I think you've got a real chance of. Is it that you can finish above Chelsea?
Depends who we win.
Depends who we win.
That's crazy.
The narrative is just being put around a lot, even by certain Spurs channels, is Leeds will chuck the last 2 games because we hate Tottenham and we want West Ham to stay up. Farke already said, if you listen to what he said post-match at Tottenham, I want my boys up for the last 2 games. I want as many points as I can get, and I want to finish as higher up that table as I can. More points, more money we can spend it transfer window.
Absolutely.
My club better than me. Well, I'll tell you one thing. My boys will not throw them 2 games.
No. No.
Bournemouth Man City. Interesting game, this one.
Bournemouth are good at home, you know. Leeds picked up a good point. They're all right.
Bournemouth are going for the Champions League spot.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Do you really? I don't see. Ooh.
I've watched Bournemouth at home. They're decent. They're all right.
What about you, Stace?
I've gone 3-1 City.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be a draw or City are just going to steamroller it. I think 2-0 City.
I think that between City and Arsenal are going to go down to the last day.
Yeah, I do as well.
I don't.
2-1 City from Jamie Dodger. Welcome.
I think Bournemouth. That's Wednesday, isn't it? When's that game? Tuesday?
Yeah, Monday. Oh, Tuesday. Sorry, they're Tuesday.
Yeah,
sorry.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Tuesday as well.
They are. So the last game of the match day 37 is Chelsea Tottenham. What do we think? So, Jess?
What I will say is, I know a lot of people have made issues with Leeds, but if you listen to the narrative in the Chelsea side, they would rather throw the game on Saturday so they can relegate Spurs. But nobody brings that up, by the way. But I'm going to go for a shady 2-1 win to Tottenham.
Oh, okay. What for you, Jess?
I'm exactly
What
the
do you
same.
reckon?
A shitty 2-1 win to Tottenham.
That's funny because I've said that they're going to win this game too. I think I can't see. Chelsea have just been absolutely abject, haven't they? And
Yes.
I think this is the final straw in their season. You know, their fans will revolt. I reckon I'm going to go 2-1 as well. I agree with you. I can see them doing it.
And in
What
regards
have
to
we
what
got?
you said about
2-1 Tottenham,
Chelsea,
2-0, 4-0 Tottenham. Robert, really?
No disrespect, Daniel, are all right. But fans are going to wind people up in fan forums as well. Don't listen to what the fans say, by the way. Because, by the way, Kate and Jim put that narrative out there yesterday that Leeds will throw the last 2 games. And that's your Tottenham fans saying that, by the way, that Leeds will throw their last 2 games so that West Ham stay up.
That's so odd.
Just saying. They were only side that had my back in the backs. Where's Dermo gone? Dermo.
Welcome to THFC Till I Die with no Tottenham fans on
We're
this.
not Dermo at all.
right now.
I have actually. I have got a Tottenham shirt. I'll stick it on and just pretend I'm Derm.
So yeah, you can pretend. You can pretend. So we've gone through match day 37. I think this is going to be a close one. I think we could see the relegation battle and the title just go down to the last day of the season and the Champions League spaces. And I've never seen that. Have I ever seen that before where every single race has gone down to the last game? Certainly not for a few years now. But it's been, from that perspective, it's been a great table, sure, and a great competition this year, don't you think?
No. I don't think the quality of football's been that great this year in Premier League, if I'm honest.
I love the fact that everything's to play for on game day 38.
Well, you will, because you know you're going to win something, but I'm sure if there's the majority of Tottenham fans would rather choose to come win and they'll be safe. But if it's for the neutral, then yes, last day of season, it's still been in the balance between West Ham and Leeds. It gets the views in, doesn't it? If it's look at Liverpool when they won it so early last year, right?
Yeah.
It kind of killed the game, do you know, towards the end of the season because it was already all done and all relegation places were already done. Whereas this season, I still think Arsenal will win it. Sorry, Tottenham fans, but I do. And something tells me that Newcastle will win.
So you said you were getting some stick from Tottenham fans, and I will
I'm not certain, but I have to
just if there was any of those Tottenham fans watching this today, I will remind that there were Tottenham fans saying we've got to lose to City so Arsenal don't win the title. So you've been guilty of that yourselves in recent history, boys. So no throwing around the other team.
I don't see where this narrative has come from because
no, I don't either.
I know what as Leeds, and I can speak for my own club. I can't do with no disrespect to that channel neither, but they're not Leeds United fans, the Tottenham fans. They're just listening to people coming in and winding them up.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Daniel Farker will not be on the beach for the last 2 games. I'm quite invested in Leeds going to West Ham and relegating them. I can't lie, it'll make my day.
We're having a party.
This narrative that's come along since that Spurs Leeds game on Monday, it's annoyed me a lot, to be fair. And it's got to a point where I said to Stacey the other day, I'm not even invested for next season, whether I stream or not, because it ain't my fault what goes on in games. You had your chances against Leeds and you should have took them. Richarlison missed a couple of sitters. The penalty for me, I don't care. It wasn't a penalty. It is what it is. But Spurs just need to focus on the fact that if they win their next 2 games, they're safe. Never mind what Leeds United do, by the way. But as a Leeds fan, we all know we don't roll over in games.
No,
it is the narrative. We've never done it, and we never would. And I'll tell you one thing. I know there's a proportion of the fan base that they like what they had. I'm not getting into that. But I know one thing. If you spoke to majority of Leeds United fans, they would like to see West Ham go down.
We don't like West Ham. We've got a rivalry with West Ham. That's the thing. West Ham and Leeds.
No, we've lost.
Are you with us again, Dermot? Have you returned? I was promised by Wayne that if I say your name 5 times, you'll appear.
You'll appear.
Dermot.
Are you with us, Dermot?
I'm here.
Not JSY Talk Football, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just sorting something out on WhatsApp. Sorry. Where did we get to?
Well, we've done our term. It's down to you now.
We've done all of
Okay.
our predictions.
All right. Man United Forest. I'll go for a Man United 2-1 win.
1 second, my friend. 1 second. 1 second. I'll put the pen away. Right, 2-1. Yeah.
Brentford Palace. I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
Everton Sunderland.
Oh, he's jumped. Yep.
I'm going for a Sunderland Everton 2-0 win.
Everton 2-0 win.
Leeds Brighton. I think Leeds will win because they're at home. I think home advantage is going to be crucial. So Leeds going to win 3-0.
Wow.
I know you're laughing at that one. Fulham, Wolves versus Fulham.
Someone rebooting.
I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
1-1, cool.
And then for Newcastle West Ham, of course, I'm going for a Newcastle 4-0 win.
Okay. So Aston Villa Liverpool. What's your prediction for that one?
Aston Villa Liverpool. Hang on, is that the next one? There we go.
Friday, first game.
Oh, Friday.
Get tomorrow down.
I might join you for that actually.
You are joining us for the You're doing Grimsby game. Did you forget?
Oh yeah. Oh god, I'm doing the Grimsby game. Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, I'm doing the Grimsby game tomorrow.
Do me a favour, put the whiskey down.
Oh, we all do.
You sure you're awake, Dan?
Sorry, my brain's frazzled. I'm going for a 2-0 Liverpool win. I think Villa now are more focused on the Europa League final for me.
Okay. So Arsenal Burnley, sorry.
2-0 Arsenal.
Sorry, I've just seen Giants comment there. Did someone control alt delete and reboot Thermo? Bournemouth Man City.
3-0. Yeah. Please wait. I will return in a minute. 3-0 City.
Okay. And lastly, Chelsea versus Tottenham. What do you reckon?
Hang on. Please wait. Thinking.
Buffering.
Buffering.
It's like the dial-up tone.
Yeah, I've gone back to the old times of the 90s when the internet started coming in. You had to do dial-a tone. You had to get ready to go down a phone line back in the day. I'm just waiting for a connection. I'm going for a 2-1 Tottenham win.
Yeah, we said same.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll be in a minute. Thank you, my darling. Oh, wow. My daughter just walked in with pizza, and I'm just
Pizza.
Did you say 2-1 Tottenham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. Weekday 30, match day 37 predicted.
Right, so I'm going to ask you a question now. And this is just hypothetically speaking, by the way. If both West Ham and Spurs do go on to lose in the next game, and it does go down to the last game of the season, I know you'll only need a point against Everton. Does it worry you being at home? Does it worry you being at home for that game?
Yeah, it does. It does worry because we've only won 2 games at home all season. You look at the way we played against Leeds, against you lot. Again, we were so nervous for the first half hour. And it's going to get to them. The pressure's going to ratchet up and ratchet up. I think, especially with West Ham playing at home, the West Ham fans, that's going to be a cracking atmosphere, by the way, at their place. But I think Leeds
will make sure it's a cracking atmosphere.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But I just think with us being a home form this year, not winning, only winning 2 games.
The season for Spurs. 2 games won at Spurs all season.
Yeah, it's our worst ever Premier League season at home. We played our last game at White Hart Lane 9 years ago today. And we went unbeaten in that stadium in that last season at White Hart Lane. I think it was 17 wins and 2 draws. And ever since we moved into the new stadium, everything's just gone to pot. Everything's just gone sideways. I'm worried. I am worried that we may go down. It all depends on Sunday. It all depends on Newcastle and West Ham. It all depends on that result. If West Ham get a win and go above us, the pressure's going to ramp up on the players at Chelsea. And also we don't do well at Chelsea. Chelsea are going to be buying for blood. If they have their new manager in by then, if Xabi Alonso is announced, do you know what I mean, before then, that's going to give the players a bit of a lift. It all depends how they get on with the FA Cup final as well, by the way, if they win or lose. But whatever, if we're going to the final game of the season and we need a point, we'll stay up. Of course we'll stay up. But I'm going to be an extremely nervous watch along. I will be drinking.
What if the narrative goes? I
will be drinking.
And you're banking, because you only need a draw when all's said and done, because of goal difference.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if that starts filtering through to fans in the stadium and West Ham go 1-up? I'm more nervous. I just don't know. Like I've always said with me, like West Ham have all been in relegation battles. They kind of know what to expect. Leeds have, Wolves have, Burnley have, Forest have. Tottenham have never ever been in that situation since 77. So I just don't know how that'll filter through to the fans. I personally hope it's done by Tuesday. I hope West Ham lose, Tottenham win at Chelsea, and it's done with. For me personally.
Me too.
But if it done, I know me and Stacey will be doing that watch on, and you'll be on here doing yours, and we'll cross over like. But I dare to imagine how your heart's going to be. I see it other day against Leeds. I hope you just get it done on Tuesday, Derm. I can't lie. But West Ham have got something to play for now.
Yeah.
I will say that.
When we were watching West Ham Arsenal,
that was bad enough, and none of us even like West Ham. We were all going for the Arsenal.
Well, I always go,
Well, you do sometimes, Stacey. I can't say you always back Arsenal, but for me and Derm, it was a bit weird because
not watching all quiet.
Did you have to have a shower afterwards?
I felt awful. I felt like I'm cheating on somebody.
That's what I said when she said about the Arsenal win. You could tell by her tone of voice that she didn't like it. I'm like, you could tell.
We're going to win it. Congratulations. Does it hurt me? Of course it does. I wanted my team to win it, but there we go. It is what it is. But Arsenal deserve to win it because they've won the points. I think just like relegation, you're there because you haven't won enough games. The thing that bothers me with Tottenham is they've had plenty of opportunities to put it to bed, and they haven't.
Yeah,
and I tell you what the problem is. Villa, that game, too many fans went into it with rose-tinted glasses thinking, we slapped them. We're going to beat Leeds, which I did see the narrative, 5-0, 4-0, 3-0. It's done always. This is why I can't understand this narrative of Leeds are going to roll over, because Leeds didn't roll over for Spurs. So what makes you think they're going to roll over for Brighton and West Ham? But because Leeds United fans come in and give a bit of banter. Well, they will do. Like you would, Tottenham fans, if Arsenal were in that position.
Oh, yeah.
Or banter as fans. But that doesn't speak the narrative for me and Stacey. And I don't want Tottenham to go down. But when you look at it, it is over 38 games. And Spurs have not been in the 36 games, in my opinion. I love Spurs to bits, but I'll call it as I see it. It's been a shit season for Spurs. And if they go down, and certain fans that want you to go down, nobody calls them out, by the way. I fuck who you know if you're in that championship. Let's hope that don't happen and we can all come together in 2 weeks' time and say, buzzing, West Ham have gone. Tottenham need to get the finger out their arse. Facts.
If Newcastle win on Sunday and we only need is a point against Chelsea, then that's all we need is a point. Because
it's
by then, with the goal, people seem to forget we have a bigger goal difference than West Ham. We've got, I think it's a 10-goal swing between us and West Ham. But yeah, you're right. If we do go down, we deserve it because we've been the worst team in over 38 games. It's there to see. But
I don't think deserved it. I think the owners deserve it. But this narrative of if Spurs get relegated, everything changes. I don't see that happening, Derm. I really don't. I just hope that you do stay in Premier League for the sake of the Premier League. You know, everybody would miss NLD. They can say what they want, but Arsenal fans would miss it. Sure, Nick would miss it if you want that kind of rivalry.
It's one of the most important games, just for what it is. It's the one it's one of the ones that you always look for. You know, we've got rivalry historically with Liverpool, United, through challenging for stuff. We've got recent rivalry with City and Chelsea, but Tottenham are the ones, that's the one that you kind of wins the North London derby, and it'll be a big miss. It would be a big miss not having that. But would I cry over it? Absolutely not. But
vice versa, they won't cry over if you were relegated. They can sit there and say it, and this is what I say about banter. Please don't take what Leeds United fans are saying as gospel, because they're just coming into banter here to get your backs up, to goad you into thinking it. Don't listen to certain Tottenham fans that put that narrative out there on the channels that Leeds are going to roll over. It ain't going to happen.
But on that I've got Dermot, I've got family that are Tottenham. Do I feel the need to poke them? Do I feel the need to poke them in the wound? No, because I'm not that sort of bloke. I'm not.
Yeah, me neither.
Everyone that knows me, I'm willing to help everybody. I'm that sort of guy. Life is hard enough, and so there's a kind of like a gentle sort of whatever. But in reality, when it comes down to being a football fan, let's face it, for the majority of us, it is a blooming punishing existence that is just shit take after shit take, isn't it? That's basically what it is. And to sit there and commiserate with a girl, it's like you think you've got it bad, you should be trying, all of that sort of stuff. It doesn't always have to be antagonistic and being horrible to people. Exactly. So you are
I've been relegated, Leeds. It ain't nice. And I've had it. I had your Tottenham fans singing to us, "We've sent you down." People forget all that kind of stuff, that Tottenham have done it to Leeds as well. You know what I'm saying? That you forget that when you relegated us and Harry Kane went and slapped us and when we lost 5-1, I think it was. Your fans were singing, "We've relegated you back to the Championship." Okay, don't bring that up though. No. You see, but the thing with fan banter, I haven't personally gone and skitted them.
Short-termism.
Exactly that. Banter. Some people, no, is it nice kicking them when they're down? No, for me, I don't think they need to be kicked. They know where they're at. They know that it isn't good enough. I'm sure every Tottenham fan in here know that this season has not been good enough. But that was their last season. You finished 17th last season. I started this off with throwing the Premier League to win the Europa League. And it's kind of set in stone with Thomas Franks, then Bloody Tudor, and then you've got somebody decent now in De Zerbi. We won't stand that, by the way. It's tough, but win your 2 games or win and draw your next 2. And you're still in the Premier League.
That's it.
And you can do
it's in your hands. But then I feel for Wolves. I feel like Wolves are going down because their chairman or their whoever got greedy and sold too many players this year. They were absolutely set. Yeah, they were flirting with it a little bit and all the rest of it. But they're been largely reliable and a club to look to on how to get sustainability when you've come up. What they did last window was just absolutely ludicrous. The way that they sold all of those experienced players to bring in a lot of players that were gambles without the experience, too much. And they've been found out. And it's a shame because they've suffered for that. They've got all that money in the bank from those sales and now they've got Championship football. Was it worth it?
It's just Wednesday, Nick, right? It wasn't their fault. It was the owner's fault.
Yeah.
Happened to Sheffield Wednesday.
Absolutely.
You feel that club because it wasn't their fault. It wasn't the fans' fault. No. It was an idiot that took over that club that nearly put them into liquidation. That nearly we won't see in Sheffield Wednesday next season. Thank God they got an owner and they'll start afresh in that league. It's rotten when you've got bloody owners. Same as Spurs' owners. Should they have recruited in January? Yes.
Was
it negligent? Yes. Should they have got in De Zerbi?
Yes.
Before they brought children? Absolutely.
Yeah, they'd be safe by
they deserve it. The owners, the fans, and the players don't.
It's usually that way. Yeah. Look at Forest, and their chairman, odorous, absolutely odorous, and they find themselves in this situation because of him.
Exactly.
They've got an absolutely brilliant team. When you have a look at their spine and that team, they shouldn't be nowhere near the bottom of the table. Well, they shot themselves in the foot, and it is just. Yeah, greed and arrogance. It's a deadly mix. It really is. And it's the fans that suffer.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
Which is true to life with politics and everything else, ladies. It's
indeed
always us at the bottom of the pyramid that will suffer for the whims of the others, right?
Exactly that. Very true. And I've been there with Leeds and seen a lot of owners that have took Leeds. And look at Ridsdale. He nearly killed Leeds United. He nearly liquidated that club following the dream. The dream that
Recently,
killed him.
Rod Rosani, Jess. Rod Rosani recently. He messed around with the
How many
49ers.
managers he sacked? I think the one that lasted 21 days and he sacked him. Oh, we've been there with owners.
I
But you
think
can
it was
put a lot of blame to Tottenham while they're in the situation that they're in because of the ownership of that club. Everybody thought Levy was the problem. Maybe he was some of it.
Randomly, though.
He'd have sacked Franks way before they did.
Rather randomly, I came across the Leeds 0102 team the other day, and I was absolutely blown away by what you had. Like, you had Nigel Martin and Paul Robinson in goal. Crazy. Your back centre two were possibly the best young centre back pairing I've seen in the Premier. When you think about it, you had Rio Ferdinand and Jonathan Woodgate, who went to Madrid. Absolutely crazy. Up front, you had Robbie Fowler, you had Mark Fiducic, and you had
little Alan Smith coming through at that time.
Jason Wilcox and Harry Kewell. The team you had, I was like, my gosh, looking back, absolutely crazy.
Aaron Lennon that have ended up at Tottenham. You know, we had some really good players. The problem was he wanted to win the European trophy and he sacrificed the club to try chase the dream. And unfortunately for Ridsdale, it didn't work out. And then all the players left and Leeds were very, very close to not being Leeds United.
Yeah.
At least we'll run now in a better way, I will say that.
The Catalan, the year of Eric Cantona was the year you won the first division, wasn't it? He won you the first division, then you sold him to United for the Premier League years, I thought.
91, 92?
Was that 91, 92?
91, 92, yeah. Sorry, Derm, we're overtaking your conversation with Leeds. Sorry.
No, you're grand. You're grand. I don't mind. I really don't mind. It's grand. I don't know. I did have a final question. It's totally gone now. I think, we'll end the podcast on that bombshell. We'll leave it there. Guys, thank you all for watching, because I know you're on soon, aren't you? And I've got to be off because Mrs. Tron wants to watch Eurovision. So I know she's doing this in the background.
Come on.
Big up Mrs. Tron. Enjoy that lovely music tonight, because I won't be watching. She's gonna be watching. I'm gonna be working. But where can people find you two lovely ladies? I'm looking forward to going on to yours tomorrow night, doing the Grimsby game. So where can people find you? Local asylum. Told you this already.
I know. That's where you met me. You met me in the asylum. Put your link in, by the way. Can I have your link, by the way?
Stacey.
Oh, what are we talking about here?
You know, everybody knows where to find me. JSY Talk Football. I'll be showing about me. Make sure we're subbing up to Derm. Derm's the man. Sub up to Derm.
And cheers. Thank you so much. And Nick, where can people find you? But apart from this fabulous podcast, which I'm really enjoying at the moment, where can people find you? And put your link in as well.
Yeah, so you can find me on page 182 of the Argos catalogue. That's me with the Lego.
Believe me, it is true. I've seen them there. I've seen them there.
And next month, I'm going to be on page 14 of Victoria's Secrets. That's my legs with the suspenders and high heels.
I'm there.
Right, I know where I'm going then.
So you were the lady, the picture I put into the group chat I'm in with these lovely ladies.
What was you doing with
you were the lady
published? That's what I want to know.
Well,
how did you get that?
You look well in the Spurs shirt, by the way. You look very well in the Spurs shirt. You took it off beautifully. But guys, thank you for watching. These podcasts are I'm getting a lot of good comments actually from people watching this podcast, proving very popular. And we will be back with episode number 3. Now, 1 and 2 will be going up on Spotify tonight. So they will be going up there for the world to hear this lovely podcast. But we're back next week, 6 o'clock, same bat time, same bat place. With me, Batman, Robin next to me, Batgirl, and Commissioner Gordon there. I don't know which one's Commissioner Gordon. You two can choose between yourselves. There actually is a female commissioner. No, there is. Oh, yeah, Poison Ivy. One Poison Ivy and one Batgirl. I let them choose who is who. But and that
I was
bombshell.
Poison Ivy. I was that Jess.
There you go. And that bombshell, thank you all.
I'm
for watching.
poison anyway, mate. You know how much shit I'm getting. Call me Poison Jess.
Now, there will be a transfer show tomorrow at 4:00, so join me for that, guys. Saturday, me and Billy are back with a look back at the weekly Spurs news. We're going to go over the last week at Tottenham. Sunday, we're going to do me and Billy are going to start talking also about, and Nick, if Nick wants to pop on as well, we're going to talk about Tottenham. Where do they need to improve next season? And then Monday, your pre-match stuff. Tuesday, your watch along. Wednesday, then predicted lineup. Not predicted lineup. Player ratings. And then Thursday is all the build up to the last Premier League weekend of the season. Will it be all done by then? I don't know, but God, I will have a drink next week, next Sunday. If it goes to the final day, I'm gonna have a can of beer on the side, ready to go. But on that bombshell, thank you all for watching. Hit the like on Jess's channel. Hit the like on Nick's channel. And are you on next, by the way?
Yeah, I'm doing Bradford Bolton game.
Right,
Bradford,
guys, redirect. Get over to Jess's channel, please. All over there. Put in THFC Raid, and then
scam
give them
THFC Raid, by the way, people, because of Celtic.
Yeah, scam. On that bombshell. Bye bye.